In this city of prey, I am the only hunter.
I always say, when life gets hairy, grin and bear it.
Hello! I'm Hunter Hardin.
And I'm Papa the Bear.
And welcome to the Real Housebears. I see you didn't wear my slim-fitting black athletic wear to the podcast.
We're good. We're good.
Rude bitch. Gia, get him.
You're gonna come at me disrespectfully because then I won't talk to you.
All right, Mom, I'll get him.
Let me get out of my crystal-crusted helicopter.
Yeah, I'll get him, Mom. Let's do this.
That sounds more like Melania. Melania's voices are getting real.
They both. Excuse me. They both.
They do. They're both very, uninterested in
I called them
life.
something in the show, too.
What'd you call them?
Should I save it, or should I just say
Save it, yeah, save it.
Okay, I'm going to save it.
Save it.
Because people say things that they shouldn't say.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. You know, we need to start off with an apology. We neglected to tell everyone in our last episode that we would be moving to an every other week format through the rest of New Jersey.
Yes, because we are busy.
And, to be honest with you, while Jersey is wildly entertaining, there's not a whole lot happening.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to start Beverly Hills, which looks like there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
And so we just got a lot going on. And so we apologize that we forgot to tell you last time and then just disappeared for, well, if I get this episode out tonight, it will be exactly 2 weeks. We'll see.
Well, everybody will know why maybe next season of something that we...
we both have
busy.
a lot going on. You all know the choir has been going on.
Yep.
We finally had some really great rehearsals, some really wonderful people with some great talent, and we already have a scheduled performance next week on Friday. Mm-hmm. So that has been very exciting to make music with some very talented people. You have been very busy.
Very, very busy, and I'm about to be even more busier because after this weekend, I am gone for 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we're going to do that, but
we'll
we'll
either
figure it
have
out.
to Zoom it, or I'll do it by myself, or we'll get a guest.
We'll Zoom
we'll
it.
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We will figure it out. And then, you just recently finished a photo shoot.
That I starved myself for 2 weeks and for nothing.
Well, obviously this is going well.
Y'all, it was the longest 2 weeks ever. Hunter went on his very first diet. Yeah. Now, it was an extreme diet, straight up keto, Atkins, nothing but protein and vegetables. Nothing but protein and vegetables.
I hate salads now.
I know you do. But you did it. It paid off.
It paid off.
So you did a photo shoot with a photographer who does romance novel covers.
Yes, his name is Golden of Furious Photography. And he put up a little teaser of a little squares of what we did unedited from his computer. And before he could even edit it or even post one of the pictures, an author has already bought it to be the cover of one of her romance novels.
Because it's sexy.
So how cool is that?
So y'all, I'm going to be on a cover of a romance novel. That's pretty sick. I'm like Fabio.
So we're not staying away because of... We're not interested in doing a podcast for you and with you.
Well, now that I am famous and I am on the cover of a book, of a romance novel, I'm going to be too famous for this podcast. I'm going to be touring the world, having to do more book covers. I'm going to have to sit there and talk to authors so they could write it personally about me.
I saw a comment from an author who said, I sent it to you.
Yes.
An author was like, I want to write a book about him.
Yes. So, yeah, I'm going to have to maybe fade away on this podcast because I'm a little bit too famous for it right now.
You're going to be eating those words.
Just joking. I will never leave this podcast.
I know you won't.
You will have to drag me kicking and screaming.
Is that what it takes?
Yeah, pretty much for anything that I have to do.
And then also, since our last episode, the Jersey reunion looks have come out. And I have to say, there was not a miss in the group.
I liked a lot of them. We're going to have to talk about it once they
do
that.
I wish Jennifer Aiden wouldn't have chosen feathers. You know, after the Salt Lake City reunion, I am over feathers.
We're going to be talking about this all over again later on this season.
But
we just wait for the reunion to go in about outfits.
Really beautiful. Mm-hmm. I thought there was not a miss. Also, the Beverly Hills trailer came out. I'm really looking forward to... Well, I don't know if I'm looking forward to, because it looks like Kathy Hilton might be on the outs with a lot of the other people, and I'm not looking forward to seeing that.
I didn't think she was going to be in this next season.
Well, I know that she didn't film a whole lot because of Paris's wedding.
Oh.
But I did know that she filmed some, but it looks like she's on the outs with Kyle. At the end, they show her trying to get in. Everyone's like, don't let her in. Like, it looks like Kathy's on the outs with a few people, with Kyle even, again. So I'm not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to an explosive season with, like, they have 15 housewives on this cast now. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know that they really need to add another number, but I'm excited to see what they bring.
I almost feel we're going to have to do the... which season, which city are they recasting completely New York?
New York. Legacy and a new cast.
Yes.
I'm kind of thrilled about it.
It'll be interesting because I did not like last season.
Last season was hard to watch. It was hard.
It wasn't fun at all.
And, you know, as much as I am kind of over Ramona... And I've seen Sonia be the same Sonia for umpteenth seasons. I'm not ready to let them all go. So I'm glad that there's going to be two different New Yorks. I mean, I can let go of Ramona to be honest with you, but she does make great TV.
She's good TV, but she is infuriating.
Oh, that's why it makes her great TV.
And sexist and everything. Her and Mary Cosby should hang out.
Oh, maybe. But I'm thrilled that they're going to revamp it with a new cast because it needs fresh blood. But hopefully I'll get to keep my Luann. Maybe Dorinda will come back. Mm-hmm. Jill Zarin. A lot of great stuff. But you know what there won't be?
Well, you know what, Bear? I know exactly what there won't be.
What?
Because every single time we play softball, you always start crying. And I can't handle it anymore. Nobody's even throwing the ball at you or anything. It's not even coming at you. You just start crying in the field.
It makes me upset.
There is no crying in softball.
This used to be my playground. It makes me cry.
I'm about to cry right now.
He's so stupid.
Well, Teresa is upset. We left off at the tree climbing center. I do have the name of it in here somewhere.
But they do start off with the best throwback of insults anybody has ever given to somebody. You look like shit. You look like shit all last year. Wait, what? I look like shit? Teresa got so offended that she said the same insult back to her.
Teresa showed up
she was ready for a fight.
Yeah.
She wanted to fight.
Oh my God.
She was just she just wanted one person to bite back.
Worked up. But Teresa still insists that what Margaret has done is different than what Teresa did. Because Teresa spread a rumor, whereas Margaret brought up a fact. Like, no. Because when you spreaded that rumor, when you spread it, here I'm talking like Teresa now. When you spreaded that rumor, you thought it was a fact.
Yeah.
So really nothing is different here.
She'll find any avenue to save her kind of pride. I don't know why she does it. I don't know if she's just crazy.
I think she just doesn't see it.
Teresa's just a different beast.
I don't know.
And Margaret's like, well, you're just deflecting because you don't want us to talk about Louis. And here we go.
Well, she's like, fine, let's talk about Louis. Huh?
And Margaret's like, I don't talk about Louis.
Huh?
Margaret Joseph says the news. But Teresa doubles down here that Margaret was the one who spread the rumor about Evan.
Oh, my
That
goodness.
was brought up at the reunion last year.
Yes.
And Margaret's like, oh, you heard that out of my mouth?
You heard it out of my mouth? No, you never heard it out of my mouth.
What, you heard that out of my mouth? And Teresa's, that shut her down. And she's like, well, I didn't hear it out of your mouth, but, you know. And Margaret's like, well, let's talk about you getting Jennifer to dig up stuff about Evan.
Boom. The exact same thing.
Oh. And Jennifer, you know, she's been throwing all kinds of people under the bus all season, so it's about time that it comes back on her. But she, you know, she's like, listen, Teresa, it's not like we had this big covert operation.
Yeah, she's like,
but you did.
We were all mad about, you know, Jackie saying the analogy about Gia.
Yeah.
And we were just mad and stuff. She even tried to give Teresa an out and be like, it's not that bad. We weren't being hateful or spiteful. It was just, we were mad that she was being mean to you.
And Jackie's like, so when you all knew how upset I was, why did you keep on digging? And Teresa's like, because you didn't announce that you were going to give her an analogy. You did not proclaim your upcoming analogy. And so that's why.
I did not read any little tiny disclaimer before you said that analogy, so I thought it was true.
And then they argue.
And Dolores, why do you keep on chiming in to defend Teresa's crazy, insane behavior?
I mean, Dolores actually was right, though. She was. How about if you say, for example, which, yeah, you could have. But
to a normal person.
But you assume that when you're offering an analogy, someone knows it's analogy.
It's like sarcasm.
And it's not like Jackie said, I saw Gia doing coke in the bathroom.
I heard somewhere.
She
even rolled her eyes when she said it too.
I mean, we spent a whole season talking about it last season, and here we are talking about it again. But Jackie shuts it up by saying, "Oh, so I did something wrong, but you didn't." That shut Teresa down.
There's nowhere for Teresa to go.
Nowhere. Well, I would say that they probably did not finish the trust exercises.
I think only 2 or 3 people got on it.
Maybe.
I don't know if anybody finished it.
So they step away to eat, and Teresa immediately goes in on Tracy. You had your husband ask my Louie some questions. And Tracy's like, no. My husband and I had a conversation, and he asked Louis questions with Louis's permission.
Like, literally, Teresa is forcing everybody to play Russian roulette, but she's the only one spinning the gun. Yeah. She's like, oh, it landed on you? All right. You've pissed me off too. Right. That time you said something about me under your breath, pissed me off.
There's a squirrel. It ate my nuts.
Fuck that squirrel.
But Tracy's like, what's wrong with asking questions in the first place? And Tracy's like, well, what about when someone asks you questions about your past? And Tracy simply answers with, I answer their questions.
Like a human does, because I have no problem explaining it to anybody.
Yeah. Sometimes, questions can sometimes infer doubt,
or even maybe an attack.
But questions really sometimes are just like, hey, can you clarify this for me? I mean...
Well, especially if you're getting to know somebody, too.
Yeah,
You're like, I've heard these things about you.
But I've been with Louis for a year, so no one needs to ask any questions.
I don't know. I'm happy in my life. I'm all about love, love, love. So when people are trying to hurt me, it upsets me.
Everyone's trying to puncture my love bubble. No one's getting in this love bubble.
I'm so tired of that love bubble. I want to pop that love bubble. But she's like, no one needs to try to hurt me like Margaret, who's been saying that Louis is abusive.
And I love that Margaret is so non-fazed by it.
Yeah.
She's sitting there eating and grabbing food. She's like, nah, I didn't say that. All these ladies are saying it.
Right. And then Teresa pulled a move she's pulled before. She still to this day blames Caroline Manzo on her and Joe going to jail. And so now she's blaming Margaret for talking to these ex-girlfriends.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just making it up out of the clear blue.
Oh, well, she's going to...
Well, maybe since you're talking about it, you're the one talking to the ex-girlfriends.
You're the one that has conspired against me and my love bubble.
I want to protect our love bubble.
Teresa... You just love to just find anything just to attack somebody with.
You know what? I'm leaving, but there's my athletic wear. It's at www.athleticwearteresa.com. But I'm leaving, I'm mad. But I don't want you to forget that my athletic wear is there.
Yeah. That's
I'm
what
leaving.
you need to do.
Don't forget the athletic wear. I'm
Bye.
leaving.
Hate you all. Wear it. Bye.
Did I stutter?
But not you, Margaret. Burn in hell.
Well, they all get ready to leave, and Dolores reminds everyone about the upcoming charity softball game. And Tracy's like, as long as you don't put me in the lineup near Teresa.
Seriously.
Amen.
Who knows what kind of mistake she will do, Naomi. That was a Showgirls reference.
I loved
If
it.
anybody got it.
Over at Melissa and Joe's, they have Antonia's Sweet 16 invitations. They've invited 100 people. And Melissa is so excited that Antonia is finally herself excited about anything.
Just about
That's just to being a teenager. Teenagers aren't excited about much around their parents.
Well, and also teenagers have... Their emotion is at 10 constantly.
Right.
Any kind of emotion level they have. So it's just extreme for anything.
Yeah. Well, Melissa fills Joe in on Teresa's rampage at Treescape. Meanwhile, Teresa, Gia, and Adriana are cleaning out closets to start the packing of the home. Gia's not too happy about it.
Gia's already over it.
Yeah. Not only is it no fun, but it is really the last place they have memories with their dad. That's tough.
And at first I was like, it's just a home, blah, blah, blah. But like, when we had to sell my family home, I got sad.
Yeah. And again, that's the last place they have memories with their dad.
Yeah, and it's very recent.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for him, but I'm kind of over this storyline of going over to them, packing and crying.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's this episode and the next episode.
It's just all it is.
Yeah. Well, Teresa's looking forward to her new beginnings with Louis, and that's why she's mad at Margaret and everybody.
Isn't he great, you guys, right? Isn't he amazing? Isn't he just
fantastic?
the greatest guy?
He's so good.
Right? Isn't he
He's so
good?
good.
Huh, guys, right? Huh?
You guys see how he treats me. He's like, right? Yeah. Isn't he great, guys? He's like the best guy ever. I love him.
Well, Gia asked if anyone had Teresa's back there at Treescape, and she said Dolores did. Cut to Dolores and Frank's balls.
Why does everybody make such a big stink about my balls?
Frank runs funny now that he's had knee surgery. He really has not rehabilitated yet. That's why he hasn't reported.
He just runs like a crippled dad.
Right.
I just love it.
Of
He's
course
just a
he
big old blockhead. I mean, his muscles don't move like that. He doesn't run.
Amen. So we find out that the charity softball event that's coming up is for breast cancer, which is, close to Dolores' heart, as she had a scare last year.
And she wants to raise $200,000. That is an awesome goal.
You better work, girl.
You better work those mounds. I don't mean the boobs. I meant the mounds that's
meant her butt.
that's baseball talk. Shut up, you guys.
Don't cry. There's no crying in softball.
Well, they threw the ball right at me and almost hit me.
Teresa tells Gia about leaving her workout clothes at Treescape because, we're supporting each other. This is women supporting women.
We're supporting each other, women for women, right?
Right. I just can't with Teresa. She's just so hot and cold. Like, there's no medium in there. There's no, lukewarm or anything.
And Teresa's not the kind of person who can just get into an argument and drop it. I don't know why she would expect anyone else to be.
I don't know.
Women supporting women, right?
Yes, Teresa, yes. I'm supporting you, I swear to God.
So, this episode and the next episode is also a deep dive into Jackie's eating disorder. And it is really intense for me. It's really heartbreaking for me. And this scene in particular, it was really hard for me to hear Eileen, her psychotherapist, call her a full-blown anorexic. Like, to hear that actual full-blown
From a
anorexic,
doctor?
that was really hard for me for Jackie.
Because she's always known that she was, but I think the way that she's handled herself over the years and kept it kind of hidden, she kind of feels like she's not.
Yeah.
Like, in denial kind of thing.
Like I'm in control of it.
Yeah.
I
But
can't be anorexic because I'm in control
of it. But now she's finding out that she's not in control of anything.
Yeah, I mean, she's really worried about not being able to count her calories. She's really worried. We find out that she looks at the calendar and figures out which days she has to eat, so she can determine which days she can fake eating.
Yeah, it's just
That's
a whole obsessive part of it. That's scary. But she's also afraid of gaining weight because she's afraid Evan's not going to love her anymore. I'm like, honey.
And she knows better, really.
She does. I think it's kind of an excuse. Another excuse.
Well, I think it's just, everything, all of her fears
Defense.
to us are irrational.
Yeah. But to her, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
bad for her.
Evan has seen all of your crazy, honey. He's seen all of your crazy.
And like she said, he said that he's noticed a lot of things that he doesn't bring up to her about. So he knows. He knows how crazy she is. I'm just kidding. She's not crazy.
I mean, we're all crazy.
Yeah, but
We're all
she's
crazy.
just having a really hard time with her anorexia, and I feel really bad for her. But it's really awesome, this next 2 episodes about it.
Yeah, so her goal is to have ice cream with the kids.
Let alone in the past 20 years.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of that more because I have strong opinions about having ice cream with people.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to have strong opinions about ice cream.
I do, so we'll talk about the next episode. But she has to have the ice cream, not count the calories, and not deprive of herself of anything else to make up for it.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Don't counteract it, or what did the doctor say? Can't remember.
Something along the lines of just don't make up for it.
Yeah.
I might have even written down the actual sound bite, but anyhow. Then she gets home. Evan's playing games with the kids. The kids go upstairs to shower before going out to dinner. Jackie's feeling good. Eileen has, I love this. Eileen has identified things in Jackie that even Evan probably doesn't know. And Evan's like, honey,
I've been living with you.
even though you hide it, I see it.
Yeah, you can't hide a lot.
Like,
of things.
there's not much about
and
you.
and even though you think you're being crafty, you're not.
Right. I've been with you a long time. I see things. And then I had a moment of, I felt bad for Evan. He's like, I'd just like to go on vacation for longer than 4 days and not have to worry about food.
And throw out her measuring spoons. What a life of measuring everything you eat.
But she's ready to start taking steps, but she needs that confirmation from Evan that he's not going to leave her.
I'll help you every step of the way, okay? I'm your partner.
But Evan's not going to leave her.
No.
Even if she gains a little bit of weight, it doesn't matter. She'll look healthy. He's like, you look very healthy at certain weights.
Right. But it's hard for you to see that on yourself when you have an eating disorder.
Yeah.
Over at Oceano's Oyster Bar and Seafood Grill is the most uncomfortable dinner.
Oceano.
So Bill and Jennifer Aiden are on their first date night in a long time. Bill has been taking more time off lately, which is good. Jennifer tells Bill about Melissa's apology at Treescape, and she's now made up with everyone. Mm-hmm. She also tells him about the charity softball game. She's made up with the girls, so maybe Bill can make up with the guys. And Bill's like, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. Especially with Joe Gorga.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to go back into them right away either.
Yeah, I have very strong feelings about this. There's even more to come because Joe Gorga is still going to talk about it. Their 19-year anniversary is coming up, and Jennifer asks Bill if he thinks they'll make it another 19. And then there's just the most
uncomfortable scene.
Well, she's getting drunk real quick. She hasn't been drinking lately.
Yeah.
She probably hasn't been eating much because she's been so upset. And so she's getting drunk real quick. And so she's like, says, references that if they were to get divorced, you would get half of everything. And
she's like, yeah, because it's 18 years. Just something happens, I get half. Let's toast to that. Well, probably not you.
I was like, yikes.
Yeah, that wasn't attractive.
And if I was Bill, I would be, again, you're paying for your sins of the past. So it's on you. But I would be like, oh, do I want to work this out?
Gosh.
Ooh. But we find out that Jennifer did pick up her mom from the airport, and she's mad at Margaret, just like we thought.
But she didn't bring up anything about the affair.
Yeah, no blame on Bill.
No.
The longer the scene goes, the drunker Jennifer gets on margaritas, and the more she just talks about the affair, and the more that I can't wait for that scene to get over.
Yeah.
I mean, I want her to talk about it. I want them to talk about it, but maybe not drunk on margaritas.
Let's cheers to that, baby.
Margaret is planning her mom's 75th birthday with Lexi. And Margaret tells Lexi about the group text from Teresa asking everyone to wear her athletic gear to be her stunning models.
Beautiful, stunning models.
After I saw her the last time, I would just reply with a picture of me with my middle finger up.
I would have been like, I would have just texted back, they look like shit, and I don't want to look like shit anymore, like he said. Oh, burn.
Well, Margaret calls Tracy to see if Tracy got the text, and, she did, and but Margaret's not going to wear her shapewear.
No.
I don't remember if Tracy ends up wearing hers or not.
No, she doesn't.
Yikes. Well, finally we get to Dolores' softball event, and Dolores shows up wearing the same outfit we've seen her wear 83 times
Yeah,
this season.
I noticed that.
She's wearing these leggings and sports bra type situation. I think it has stars on it, if I remember. I'm like, girl, every time you are moving and exercising this season, you're wearing that outfit. Time to stop.
I do like the swag of baseball shirts.
Oh yeah, I love
That's cute.
those too.
I want one.
They're really cool. They're really cool baseball jerseys for everybody.
But you know what's really upsetting about this scene?
What?
Is they don't even for a second show Frank getting undressed.
We don't see a single guy in a jockstrap.
Like, what the hell?
They all have great butts. Even Louis, I'm sure.
Even just a shirtless with your shirt off.
Why are we even watching The Real Housewives?
This is stupid.
There are 2 Giudice jerseys, so Gia is playing. When did you see that when Tracy comes in with Margaret and Joe B, she's like a foot taller than them.
I know.
It's so funny. Joe Gorga comes in like his gray tank top, looking
and his guns.
swole.
Yeah, he looks swole.
Looking swole. Now, no one is actually wearing Teresa's stuff right now, not even Dolores, because it doesn't fit. But Teresa shows up and brings everyone stuff if they need to wear it. And that's where we get, no, we're good.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. I mean, we're a charity event. We're good.
Do you want to, hey, I got these clothes over here. Do you want to wear some of these clothes? We got some really good clothes over here. They're black. They're different colors. You want to wear them? They got tops and bottoms. You want to wear them?
No, we're good.
Oh.
I'm going to have to edit out like 18 cuss words this episode. So Gia pipes in saying, well, everyone's already wearing black leggings. Why not wear my mom? She supports you all at everything.
Shut up, Gia. Go home.
Well, here's the deal. If Gia's going to be part of the conversation, then she needs to be able to allow the other ladies
to talk about
respond.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like on
You can't have
ground.
it both ways.
No, you can't.
You're either going to let her be
her own
with
person,
the ladies
yeah,
and participate with the ladies' conversation,
or you
and
tell her to zip it,
or you say, I'm not allowed to respond to you, so your opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I felt, Gia's been putting her way in a lot this season.
And then Gia goes back to Teresa to talk about Margaret, because Margaret's being a bitch. Well, you know what, Gia? You're doing coke in the bathroom.
Well, Margaret's right. She's like, I support your mother all the time, but today, not so much.
Yeah.
And she's allowed
perfect.
to. She's allowed to. But Dolores is definitely going to wear Teresa's stuff.
Dolores
Melissa
runs off to wear the leggings because she wants peace.
Well, and Melissa, too, she's like, this ain't worth a fight.
No, I'm not losing this.
Jennifer Aiden shows up alone. Bill wimped out again, which is disappointing.
Yeah. And I love it that she's going to wear an umpire mask because she doesn't want to break her nose.
That was smart.
We need to protect the nose at all costs.
Joe Gorga cut off his sleeves. He's
such an us.
He's so... I was going to say that.
We cut off of the sleeves of everything.
I was going to insult him, and then I was like, oh, but we do that. And then I just didn't know what to say.
I mean, you just handed me like 2 shirts like a couple weeks ago to cut.
You're right. Well, obviously the guys are talking about Bill. Bill has been really short in his responses to Frank. I think he and Frank are still on good terms, but he's been short. But
Frank's hurt that Bill's not responding in full sentences.
Joe Gorga's the one who's really
Joe
hurt.
Gorga's butt hurt baby little girl right now.
But they figure out that Bill just pretty much didn't come on purpose rather than having surgery.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, the Jersey cast really plays like the bad news bears.
Well, did you hear that Teresa asked if they got a touchdown?
Yes.
Did they score a touchdown?
Did you hear that when they went around,
Oh, yeah.
whatever, when they should...
Oh, yeah. That is indicative of how the whole cast is playing. Jackie is like, I played back in the day, and then she plays like a fool out on the field.
You're about to say stage. You are such a theater kid. You have never stepped out onto a field.
Well, I did sign up for Little League Baseball and never showed up. The coach even called me at home. He's like, hey, Corey, we're excited to have you on the team. This is what to expect, blah, 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 blah. And then time comes for the first rehearsal. And
And I just didn't get the part.
I just had to stay in the wings.
I didn't get to go out there and break a leg.
No, it's like Teresa playing the saxophone.
Y'all.
So, like in the first inning, the other team scores like 5 runs.
Yeah.
Jennifer wears her catcher's mask, but
Thank
still
God.
plants her face. Right?
She didn't even put her arms down.
But that's what you get for wearing Louis Vuitton shoes to play baseball or softball. I mean, come on. Wear your character shoes.
Where's your outfit? This isn't in character, you guys.
The guys start drinking, and it seems like it really helps them.
It really does. Like, it legit does.
Yeah, they really started playing, but when Margaret gets up to bat, Teresa says that Margaret's butt wouldn't be jiggling so badly if she would have worn Teresa's leggings.
And then points out her own daughter's butt to show everybody about how nice it is.
And Tracy is not so much into the body shaming.
It's body shaming.
You know what? I say I love Tracy, to be honest with you.
I do too.
She is not even full-time.
No.
And you have to know who Teresa is. And she's not playing. She's like, I don't like who Teresa is being.
She's like, she's a
and
bully.
I'm going to speak up about it.
Yeah, because Teresa is a bully.
She's an absolute bully. She's an absolute bully.
Teresa is your typical bully.
There is a lot of back and forth on social media, though, about body shaming because, technically a lot of people have body shamed Jennifer's face.
Her new nose.
Yeah, and her former chin.
She's not born that way.
Yeah.
She was made that way.
So a lot of people have, and maybe have even brought up other instances of body shaming on behalf of either Margaret or Jackie. I don't remember, but it has been a bit. They're all nasty to each other.
I don't know if I was really mean about her plastic surgery or her face. I just said I didn't like her nose.
It's starting to, like, her face is starting to settle.
It's starting to settle a little bit more, yeah.
Tiki finally shows up in the 6th inning.
Yo, Tiki! Man, this guy.
He's going to tape Louis' broken shoe. He's going to, and then Teresa's going to try to tape
his
Tiki.
mouth shut.
And then Tiki goes in there. Team Catania wins.
I mean, he is snatching the ball out of the air. He is diving for it, and he's catching it.
Yeah, well, he's a true athlete.
I mean, he is killing it.
Yes.
Like, he basically won the game for everyone.
I was dumbfounded that they won after how they
Oh,
started.
me too. He caught the winning catch.
But
Tiki did.
Yeah.
Man.
And they raised over $200,000 without anyone getting into a fight.
It's a Jersey miracle.
Brittany claps. Yay.
Claps. So, not a whole lot happened outside of the treescape and the baseball, and then, of course, Jackie's touching story.
Well, even Tiki, when he gave Teresa a hug, he's like, "Are you mad at me?" And she's like, "No." Gave him a hug.
Well, I need more Tiki Time on my TV.
Tiki
Time on the TV.
He's pretty badass.
Tiki Time on the TV.
Okay, I can't do that. Oh, wait, yeah, I do have the power. I'll just contact the producers.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell them Daddy needs more tiki.
All right.
Daddy also needs to refill his cocktail.
Let's do that. We need to take a break before we get into the next episode.
We will be right back.
Bye.
I have a bad taste in my mouth.
This is Jen Shaw from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and you're listening to the Real Housebears podcast.
Hello.
We are back.
I hope everyone's enjoying their day so far.
Well, if you're listening to this when it gets out, it might even be night. We'll see.
Well, people can listen to it at any time of the day.
Will see. Margaret and Marge Sr. are planning Marge's horny Hungarian 75th birthday party.
I love it.
So Marge Sr. grew up in war-torn Hungary. And if I remember correctly, on a bicycle, she fled to Austria. Then was able to take the very first flight of refugees from Austria to the U.S.
That's pretty lucky.
That's quite a story.
Yeah.
That's quite a history.
And now 3 generations later, I think their family's doing great.
Yeah, I mean, that's like true rags to riches.
Yeah.
True rags to riches. I mean, again, Margaret is the richest one of all of the New Jersey housewives, and by a large margin.
You better get it, honey. Get that money, honey.
Get that money. All of Margaret's friends are coming.
Not Teresa.
Not Teresa. And she hopes that Bill will come with Jennifer.
Yeah.
We shall see. Teresa is still packing up her home. Dolores is coming over to take over some items that she doesn't want, that Teresa doesn't want, to take to the homeless shelter. I love how charitable Dolores is.
Me too.
I don't know if we've ever gone a season where we didn't see Dolores involved in some charity,
kind of charity
having
event.
some sort of charity
Yeah.
event. She's such a good human. I love that, like, Teresa forgot to pick up Melania.
I know, Melania's like calling. She's like, Mom, practice is over. Like, are you almost here?
Oh, you know, well, she said that Melania was cussing on the phone. You know, Melania wasn't nice about it.
No, I think she said, Mom, why are you cussing? Because she said, like, F. She said the F word. She's like, I forgot to pick up
I
Melania.
thought Melania was cussing on the phone.
No, and then Gia's like, oh, God. She's such a moody brat.
She is.
Well, God, why do we have to curse all the time?
Well, Dolores arrives, and she feels the need to get away.
She definitely needs to get away from Dave.
Where is David? She hasn't had a vacation since pre-COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Teresa would love to go on a vacation with Dolores, but not so sure she wants to go on a vacation with the other girls.
Why?
I can't imagine. Teresa tells Dolores that she's not invited to Marge Sr.'s birthday party and brings up the text about modeling her workout wear. And I like Dolores' response. I was surprised that you sent the text.
She's like, after the way he's like talked to everybody and left so early, I'm surprised you did this.
But you know, Teresa, she wouldn't leave anyone out.
No,
She
that's
wouldn't
not
leave anyone.
her.
No, she wouldn't leave
She's
anyone
always
out.
right, too.
Yeah, that's because she would never leave anyone out. Mm-hmm. Over at the Gorgas, Tracy and Tiki come over with their daughter, Tracy, Tiki, and Tegan.
Yeah, I love that. The
hard.
3 T's.
Joe tells Tiki what an honor it was to play softball with him.
Hell yeah.
Melissa brings up that there was some drama behind the scenes, and Tracy talks about how Teresa is crazy and unaware of herself. Which, that's it, unaware of herself.
She's very unaware, or she's very aware of herself, and she just knows how to be crazy. I don't know.
And then Melissa brings up her storyline for the season, Antonia. Mm-hmm. Melissa doesn't have anything of her own going on.
Yes.
Especially now that she and Jennifer have made up. So her storyline seems to be Antonia.
Yeah, well, we're getting a big, like, backstory about Melissa's life.
Yeah, well, you know, no cheerleading equals depression.
Well, it's not just that.
I know. I'm being a little bit extreme.
You're being nasty. Don't be nasty.
Well, Melissa did go through a severe depression when she was Antonia's age. And
because her dad died.
Yeah, but... So why push that on Antonia? She doesn't have anyone dead.
Yeah, but she's still acting mopey and, like, giving up on things.
But Melissa's just, like, ultra aware and it really wants to be proactive. And, you know, I like to be proactive.
It would be scary if your child went through the rebel phase that Melissa did. Because sometimes that doesn't end good.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So we finally get to see Jackie taking her kids to an ice cream
This
parlor.
is such an awesome scene. I'm very proud of her, and it's just I mean, she hasn't done this with her kids ever.
That has never happened before.
This made me so sad. Well, and happy. But, going to get ice cream is a social thing. Like, my mom won't even go get ice cream by herself.
I don't think I've ever gotten ice cream by myself, except for, like, an ice cream sandwich that was in my freezer.
I love ice cream so much, I'm sure that I have. But nonetheless, ice cream most of the time is a social thing, and I can't imagine that she went to these social events and didn't participate with her own kids, because it really is a moment. It's a memory. It's not ice cream.
Yeah, it's a memory, because it was nice to see her, like, sharing bites and eating their bites and sharing flavors, because that's what it's all about, and that's how you make memories. It's not just the kids talking about how awesome their ice cream is and doing it, and the mom's not involved.
I thought this scene was so special.
Yeah, it was very special.
Really thought it was special.
And it was such a moment caught in time. I love it.
Yeah, I'm glad that it was filmed, and I'm glad that I got to witness it.
That first bite was just such a big deal for her, but man, she indulged herself.
Yeah, and watching the kids, how excited they all were about the different flavors. It was just...
She ate half of it, but she also had bites of all the other kids' ice cream.
Yeah.
So she had more than half.
Yeah, it was really impactful for me.
Yeah.
Melissa and Antonio are meeting Maria at Sweat Fitness and Personal Training.
Yeah, gonna get Antonia her workout on.
Yeah, getting some rehab done on her injury. Antonia is truly annoyed by
Melissa
everything.
embarrasses her daughter so much.
Oh my God.
She does. And Antonia is such a whiner, too.
Yeah, stop. Stop.
I guess we make fun of Gia and Melania, and Antonia's no better. They're all just teenage girls. Well, no, they're all just teenagers. Not just teenage girls, but they're all just teenagers. They're all pretty much the same. But Melissa is, like, beyond thrilled that Antonia wants to keep tumbling.
That was really good. See, that's what we are. We are gorgas.
Sit down.
Yeah, she's having like a completely different conversation with her workout trainer than she did with her mom.
Yeah, Antonia's like, listen, Mom, quit forcing your experience on me. I'm not depressed.
Quit saying I'm depressed.
If you keep telling me I'm depressed, I'm going to be depressed.
I'm gonna be depressed.
Right. But, I mean, Antonia gives her mom the best gift in the world. When she says...
I get what you're saying. I respect what you're saying.
Like, Melissa practically starts crying. You really believe that?
I know.
Oh my God, you really believe that?
And it's like, Mom, stop.
Stop.
I'll throw up everywhere. Stop.
Now back to the psychotherapist. I don't know why they have to name it that. Put psycho in it.
It's all just about stems put together. Well, stem words. Stem words. Jackie is afraid to let Evan participate in her recovery because she doesn't want him to think she's crazy. And that brings us back to earlier when we're like, yes, honey, I've seen you. I know you're crazy.
I know you're crazy, and I'm still with you, girl.
Yeah,
we have a kid together. We have kids together.
Our crazy matches well enough that we're going to be together for the long haul, you know?
Yeah, you need somebody sane in a crazy relationship.
Yeah, you just want to, you need to have someone whose baggage matches yours.
Yeah.
So eating ice cream was kind of traumatic for Jackie because she thinks that quote-unquote normal people would compensate in their diet for the ice cream that they made.
Compensating, that's what I was trying to think of earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it that she says normal people, and the therapist is like, normal people will eat the ice cream and continue their day eating with different stuff. They don't limit themselves.
They indulge
and
sometimes.
She goes, what?
People indulge? What does that
even mean? But I love it that, well, she talks about how last year she lost some weight because of the stress with her friends, Teresa, on the show. And then the therapist brings up, well, this is your next little trial I want you to try to do. I want you to try to eat a piece of pizza. And Jackie has a flat-out panic attack.
Yeah, you can see it. She's like, nope, not ready for that. Nope,
Yeah,
nope, not ready for that.
not even a slice of pizza.
But she is willing to have one extra serving each day without counting the calories.
Yes.
We're not compensating. We're not taking away anything.
It's baby steps.
I think that's...
It's about training your brain, too.
I think it's a smart step. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should start eliminating one serving per day.
Probably. Hey, I just went through a horrible diet, so somebody else has to suffer.
Margaret and Marge Sr. show up. I didn't get the name of the space where the party was, but it really was quite beautiful.
It was whatever the place was that Joe Gorga got in a fight with, what's his name? Back when Joe Gorga still had hair, and he attacked...
With Joe Giudice?
Joe Giudice.
They were actually at a retreat for that.
No, he was in a building. They were in a building.
But they were out of town somewhere.
Oh,
for
I
that.
thought they said it was the same building.
I don't. Maybe I missed it.
I think you missed it.
But that fight happened because
that's why they kept showing the fight, because this was the same place.
They all went to like this retreat where they were going to try to do like therapy and become better people. So maybe it's on that property. Dolores and Frank are really excited to see Marge Sr. because Frank might even want to make out with her a little bit for her birthday.
Oh, Frank.
Jackie's nervous about eating at the party. Now here is where I was like, okay, we've had the Jackie eating scenes. I don't need another one right now. Let's
calm it
pause
down
on the Jackie eating scenes until the next episode. You know, I just don't need another one right now. Jennifer's just excited to finally be invited to a party. Bless her heart. Bill's going to actually go. He's going to support her. Evan has texted Bill to apologize.
And he just gives like an okay emoji.
Yeah, but apparently that means they're good.
I get. Well,
apparently that's all it takes.
Yeah, man, a few words or emojis.
But Bill and Joe Gorga are not still good. Again, I'm on Bill Aiden's side with this one.
Yeah.
How do you think Melissa would take it if Joe called her out in front of everybody? You know, I don't care how beautiful Joe Gorga's eyes are. I don't care how incredibly handsome his face is. And I don't care how, like, really hot and stacked his body is. What was I talking? Oh, I don't really like the way... I don't find him attractive right now.
I just hate it when he is talking about how Bill needs to apologize, because that's what a man would do. No, that's what a human will do. That's what people do.
Right.
That's not the man thing to do. I hate it when people say that.
Right. I agree. Well, Teresa and the girls are still packing.
Oh, yeah. Teresa and the two Ambien daughters. That's what I said about them.
So there's a lot of memories of No in the house, like cooking the squid in the bright early morning. That is still haunts me.
And why are the memory flashbacks look like it's on a VHS tape?
Well, you know, because technology looked like it back then. But they take a walk around the house to see what's staying, what's going, but it really just ends up them being reminiscing and crying.
Yeah. Can we get to the party, please?
Thank you.
Thank you. Lots of flashbacks in this episode. I'm over it.
That means let's get this party started in Hungarian.
Margaret and Marge are like wearing these they look like two outfits from the same fashion line.
Yeah, because it's the same fabric.
Yeah, so like one's with a blazer, one has straps.
It looks like a Project Runway challenge.
Yeah, it does. The party looks beautiful. Who knew that Margaret only spoke Hungarian at home when the grandparents were alive?
Well, she didn't even know, Marge Sr. didn't even know English when she came to the United States.
Yeah. But even Margaret Jr., she spoke Hungarian when she was young.
That's cool.
Frank and Joe B are preparing to keep Joe Gorga like under their thumb.
Oh my gosh.
So that he doesn't act like a fool.
Seriously, don't act like a fool at Marge Sr.'s 75th birthday party.
Yeah.
That's not what a man would do.
Right.
Gosh, roll my eyes.
Marge Sr. starts flirting with Tiki right away.
I know.
I'm with you, girl. And, of course, the guys are talking about Bill as he's arriving, you know, as usual. But Joe B's like, nope, not allowed to fight here.
No.
Not allowed to fight here.
Don't start here.
But Joe's just waiting for an apology. And even Frank's like, I don't think Bill needs to give him one.
Yeah, Frank is on the right side of the story.
Yeah, Bill's on the right side of the story, yeah.
For once, Frank is on the right side of the story.
Yeah.
But the women are, like, so nice to Jennifer and Bill. It's weird.
Well,
especially Jennifer. I mean, I love it. I'm glad that they're making, but like Margaret is so like sappy nice to Jennifer. It's not genuine. It's a genuine effort, but it's not genuine feelings. You know what I'm saying?
you don't know that.
Well, I mean, they can't be best friends right now.
You don't know that.
Joe does explain himself to Bill a little bit better this time. He's still being a baby, and he still
little
says,
child.
I'm hurt. But this time he didn't say, your wife is a monster, blah, blah. This time he was like, I just want you to explain
I was
how
hoping to get a phone call from you the next day.
So it was a nicer thing, and he did apologize. Joe Gorga actually apologized.
Yeah,
first.
it ended up being good. They squashed it, it's over, and boom, squabble is over. Boom, boom, boom.
It's the opposite of how all the previews made this look like it was going to turn out.
Well, they had to amp it up some way. There's no drama in the guys' lives.
Yeah.
You see how easy that
I mean,
was?
it was so easy. The women, again, are being really super lovely to each other. They bring up a vacation. They're all going to Nashville.
Nashville. We just got booked for Nashville.
Yes, we
June
did. We're going to
10th,
be in
y'all.
Nashville in June, y'all. Well, are Teresa and Louie going to come? Well, you know, Teresa doesn't really want to go on vacation with everyone, and Tracy
She
brings
doesn't-
up
well,
the
she-
body shaming.
Well, Teresa also doesn't want to leave Louis.
Well, true. But it ends up becoming pretty much a Teresa bash. But Dolores still being a good friend. Dolores...
She's like, I'm going to step away. Teresa can fight this battle herself, y'all.
Yeah, I'm not getting to this. So the episode ends up, everyone's getting food. Again, I really think it's so important that we are seeing a real, true story of someone who's eating with dealing with anorexia.
Because you don't think about something at a party like this. You don't think twice about it. But
Give
for
me a
somebody that
pig
has
and a
anorexia,
blanket, please.
I love a good wiener.
You know?
somebody with anorexia gives them anxiety.
Yeah,
Because they're like, everyone's going to be
absolutely.
watching me when I put on my plate.
Yeah.
So you have to fake it. You
And they're
throw
going to be
stuff
watching
away.
if I eat it.
Yeah.
That's even worse. Are they going to watch and I'm eating it?
Yeah, see, that's hard.
So the episode ends with a really nice tribute to Marge Sr.
And then the slowest birthday
Oh my
song
God.
that he tries to get everybody to sing with him, but he's singing it so slow.
And so seriously,
It's
like
so serious.
he is like cutting a track.
Why aren't you just like Sarah?
Oh yes, happy birthday! Like he
Just
is taking
serenade
it.
Marge. Don't try to get everyone else to sing with you. Because did you notice he was the only one singing by the end?
Yeah,
Because everyone's like,
because it was like no one wants to hear a boy band sing a happy birthday dirge.
and sing with them. It's stupid.
Yeah, it was. I was like, he was really milking that screen time.
He's
like- He is singing happy birthday for his American Idol audition. Oh my
Oh, that was horrible,
a
but that's
real-
what he sounds like.
No, that was a really beautiful way to end our episode.
Yeah, happy birthday, y'all. Or no.
Well, thank you all for sticking with us. Sorry we were gone, so we'll try not to wait until...
Actually, no, this is punishment because we haven't gotten any fucking reviews. You have a lot to edit
You're
in this.
editing tonight.
No,
You're
sir.
editing tonight.
No, sir.
Yes, you are. Every single little beep on the cuss words will be edited by Hunter Harden tonight.
I'll mess it up so bad that people come out like just the very end of the word so everyone totally hears it.
Well, bleep and go over to our social media. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at The Real Housebears, Twitter, Real Housebears, and you can email us at therealhousebears@gmail.com.
You can also find us on YouTube at The Real Housebears Podcast, and you can find us anywhere you want to listen to your podcast. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a 5-star rating and a cute little review, and we will talk about you on the podcast and make you famous.
So we will be back in hopefully less than 2 weeks, but hopefully no more than 2 weeks.
I don't know. I'm about to leave for 3 weeks. So
Well,
let's
we're
see.
going to have to figure it out somehow.
Yep. So you better step that game up.
You know, I'm stepping it up. Thank you all so much. Have a great week or two.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Let's do a sound check.
The long-awaited sound check.
The long, long-awaited sound check.
We waited, and we waited, and we waited.
And it is finally here.
Oh my goodness.